more exciting videos, and then just like keep not.
Ooh,
Amy!
no,
catch the shader.
Regretfully, DEFY Media has ceased operations today. DEFY Media, the owners of large YouTube channels like Smosh, Clevver, Aw Me, among others, they have now announced that the entire company is shutting down.
So, how have you guys been? This is the first time I'm actually talking about everything that happened this last week on camera and like really going for it. Let's just go into it. Okay, I don't know exactly what went wrong. Lily had some really insightful information I didn't know about, but you know, other people from Clevver have been talking about, you know, their perspectives and I figured like, well, might as well just share yours because there's a lot that people don't know happened. So I know, you know, like I said, Lily talked about her experience, Jocelyn talked about hers, Erin talked about hers, Ava I saw posted as well. So here's what I can tell you guys about what happened with me and everything. But I guess I should tell you everything that you maybe don't know about what I experienced at Clevver. I started an amazing job at Clevver on August 10th. I went from being a fan, I got super obsessed with Clevver around Coachella time because their coverage was insane, and I was like, these girls are so good. I've never been in a situation where like so many things aligned perfectly. Like everything was just like boop, boop, boop for me to get to Clevver. Like my friend saw a posting and then she was like, hey, go here. And then like someone else that I work with was like, hey, they're hiring. I put your name in there. Or like I met this girl. Like so many freaking things. Like it felt so perfect and I was so happy to be there. And my callback audition was on June 13th and I was like, 13th, it's gonna be a lucky day, and it was. I started by doing dailies. So dailies were, you know, what you see on Clevver News. It's just a bunch of really cool stories, and yeah, it's just entertainment stories. And after that I started doing DHR and it was so cool. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a really cool set. I've never been on a set so, like, it's so fancy. And I was like, but I used to watch this on Clevver News. And I'm like, now I'm here and like, what is life? Oh God, I'm so thankful. And then I started producing DHR and I was like, holy moly, like this is amazing. I was learning so much from everyone and it was just so surreal. I don't know, like, I feel like I stop every now and then. I'm like, wow. I would go to the Clevver Style girls and see if they needed anything, and then sometimes would help them out on stuff, and it was just like I never got bored. And I think that that's so helpful. Like, not that I do in any of my other jobs, but it was like it was a challenge in a different way than I was used to. I was just like, whoa, this is like outside of my comfort zone. It was so new and so cool. And like I said, going from a fan standpoint to being on there was just like, wow, it's so crazy. And yeah, so my contract was for 3 months. At that point they could renew, you know, for 3 more months or get rid of me or bring me on full-time or anything really. And so my goal was like, well girl, just like work really hard and you'll see where you get. So I got there, you know, just worked my butt off and, you know, did what I just, you know, what I was telling you guys. So Monday, so a week ago, Monday, I went in to work. Everything was fine, everything was cool. I got an email at noon saying that they wanted to extend my contract, and I was like, holy moly, yes, I'm so excited. And I was just like internally freaking out. I'm like, just girl, play it cool, like it's fine. All right, this is great. Like, I was so excited. I then went to film something and someone gave me a heads up and they're like, hey, so like stuff's going on. And I was like, oh, okay. Fast forward to 3:15 that same day, basically we were told that that was it, like freelancers no more. And then the next day is when everything just like collapsed, like everything. So like not even just freelancers weren't gonna be coming back, it was everyone. But it was so freaking weird because that Monday, like to go from being like, hey, cool, you're, we want you to come back, we like what you're doing, to prepare yourself to never come back. And I think everything just happened so quickly that I was like, wait, what? And I left and I was confused and I was like, is it just, like, is it, like, what is going on? And so naturally, I cried, but I waited until I got into the car and I was like, what? And then, you know, when everything happened on Tuesday, I was like, wait, it was one thing to get rid of, like, you know, at that point it was just me, it felt like, because other people had left at that time. I just, whatever, that's a whole nother story. But I was like, I don't understand. So it hurt way more, because I was like, wait, I thought it was just like, maybe like the super new people, or I don't know, right? So then it happened to everyone else, and then I was like, but Clevver, like, I don't understand. It's to go like, you know, what are words? And now, you know, now that it's been a week, heck, if I did this on Monday, I would not have gotten through it. If I did this on Tuesday, I would not have gone through it. So we wanted to wait a week to really, like, to bring you guys a different perspective, because sometimes I guess that happens, you know. Right now, Clevver is still looking for a home, and so are Smosh Games, like all of these people, and it just infuriates me to think that a company can get away, or can try to get away with this. Like, I don't have kids and I don't have a mortgage, and now I'm like, okay, I was starting to save and like pay off my debt and stuff, but now I'm like, well, just like, don't shop unless it's for food. Like, don't get any, like, you know. So I'm trying to, you know, restrict how much money I spend now, and I get it, and I think it's a little bit tighter, but it makes me angry because there are people with families, with kids, with like maybe, you know, college tuitions that they need to like pay off for like their kids. Like, these are people's lives. Like, how the heck do you think you can get away with this? And it makes me angry, and I'm just like, I don't know. I've gone through ups and downs. It's weird, guys. It's really weird. And this is something else that I just feel like, okay, so, you know, plenty of people have been posting, you know, I posted about it on Instagram. I was like, you know, I love the family that Clevver has, and it's fantastic, and it's so nice, and everyone's so freaking helpful, and it's great. But I got angry because I felt like I was just welcomed in, and these people have been there for years, and I'm like, it hurts. It hurts. Like, I don't know if any of this makes sense, if it sounds like freaking mean or what, but it's like, I was just getting to know these people. Like, what the heck? And now, like, they're gone, and like, yes, we're still kind of staying in touch, but I'm like, I didn't get to build these lasting relationships with these people because I was just there for like 3 months, and it's just like, you're getting to know someone, and you know, it makes me angry, and it makes me sad, and it makes me upset because I had just gotten there. Like, I just got there, and then it was over. And then everything just felt like so perfect. Like, everything was just so aligned, and then it just, like, you know, I don't know. I think right now I'm in the angry phase. It's denial, sadness, just like everything. And I also feel like weirdly hopeful, but like more hopeful that it's gonna happen like soon. And I know that like these things, like, we don't know anything. We don't. But I'm like, but like, it could be bought tomorrow. But like, you know, everything could be fine. But it's like, people are having to change their lives because now they don't have a steady source of income. You know, some of the people I've talked to, they're like, well, so like, what's your plan? And I'm like, well, this was my plan. Like, this was my next step. So I just feel lost. I've had multiple jobs since I started working when I was 19. And I wanted to get to the point where I had one job. But now I'm freaking terrified. Like, is this a thing? Like, what if this happens again? And now I'm scared. I know everything happens for a reason. I don't know, part of me just thinks like this could be just like part of Clevver's like whole like E-True Hollywood story, right? So it's like, oh, you remember that one time that we all got laid off and then we came back and like we're stronger than ever and like everything's cool now with a different, obviously, parent company. But then I'm like, the people are asking you like, well, you know, just in case, like, what are you gonna do in the meantime? Like, in the meantime, I don't know. I don't know. I'm grateful, obviously, for everything I've learned and for the people it's introduced me to and for the fans. I feel like I didn't get to meet a lot of people. I didn't get to do all these things. It was like all of these things that I was going to do, and like I just feel angry. And I think we're entitled to feel angry, but I think this is a whole new situation that I haven't been in before, where right now I'm just confused. I think this is what you're seeing right now. I'm just confused. I'm just, I don't know. You guys know that I've been here for a while on YouTube creating random things. If you look at the first few videos, it's like, whoa. Yeah. So I'll still create stuff. I just don't know. I don't know. But I'm very hopeful that everything's gonna like get better fast. I don't know, I think it was just so freaking magical getting here. Getting to this point that I'm like, what the freak, dude? Like, what? Also, this whole week has just been crazy. With the shooting in Thousand Oaks, with all the wildfires and people losing their homes. I was worried about our country on Tuesday, and pretty much every day. It's just everything. Stan Lee passed away. I just feel like so many things are ending. But when I think of all the things ending, I think of all the things that could be starting. But I don't want things to end. I don't want certain things to end. I don't want Clevver to end, and I don't think it's gonna end. And I think we're very hopeful, and I'm sure that it's all gonna get better super fast, maybe not super fast, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna be, everything's gonna be fine. But right now we're just in limbo. I love you guys, and I appreciate all of the support that I've ever gotten on here, on this channel, on my social media, on everything. And if anything this week has taught me that, even more, that life is too short. Crap happens. Crap that you can't control. But you can control how you act. You can control how you feel about it. And it's okay to feel confused sometimes, and it's okay to feel angry, and it's okay to feel sad. Let yourself feel those feelings, and then move on. Whatever moving on means. I don't know. I love you guys, and I appreciate all of you welcoming me into your worlds. So, thank you. Now let's send positive vibes to everyone, everywhere, because everyone's freaking struggling, and I just want everything to get better for everyone. That's all. I love you guys, and I'll see you later.